Hi guys, it's Alana and I'm back doing another video for you today for the Edinburgh Neighbourhood YouTube channel. Today's video is tips about living at home because, as you can see, this is not Bainfield accommodation and it doesn't really look like student flats either because I stay at home. So there's multiple reasons why I chose to live at home. Firstly, because I live quite close to the uni, like it's quite quick for me to just jump on a train or get a bus or drive myself in, like all are pretty, easily accessible for me, so I thought that would be a cheaper way of doing things. At the time of applying for accommodation, I had a pretty good job at home, a 5-minute walk away from me, so I wanted to stay at that and not have to think about getting another job in Edinburgh or having to travel home every day to come and do this job. So my 5 sections are travel, education, social life, work, and making a deal with like your parents, family, friends, like whoever you live with. So first I want to talk about travel. I probably travel into uni 3 or 4 times a week, which does have a cost to it, granted, these things always do. However, there are different tips you can use and different things you can use which make it a lot cheaper. Make use of literally every student discount there is on the planet. Anywhere you go, always ask if they've got a student discount. Carry your student card with you all the time. If you're from Scotland, carry your Young Scot with you all the time. Always ask about student discount. So I applied for a student bank account. In the bank that I applied with, they gave you a rail card service. So I now have a rail card. In Scotland they're also doing free bus pass for under 22, yes, but even then you got student bus passes, which was like £1 for £1.50 for a single, I think it was, which is still really good. Make use of all those schemes that are available to you, but I would definitely recommend for a student at home and you're travelling a lot, even if you're just a student in Edinburgh, get a rail card, get a bus pass, get all of these things and it'll make it so much easier. Driving, you might want to look at permits, especially in Edinburgh, around your university, see how much they would cost, if it'd be worth it. I'd take a train or a bus into uni. If I'm there for a longer day, but if I'm there for like a 45-minute tutorial, an hour tutorial, then I'm just driving. But usually the parking would end up being cheaper for that hour than it would be taking the train or a bus. It just depends, it's up to you. I guess with driving you have to then figure out petrol costs as well for yourself. But there is parking permits available for students outside the universities, and definitely download the Ringo app because that's so much easier for like monitoring your time and how much you've spent on your parking and how long you've got left on your parking. In Edinburgh, everything is so much closer than you think it is. Walk everywhere, it's good for your soul, it's good for your health, like it clears your mind and take you like 10 minutes to get from A to B and you're like, oh my gosh. So walking, like it's free. Cycling is also free, like get yourself a bike. Bike racks, if you want to like cycle in and lock your bike up, like that's another option for travel. Luckily now, coming out of COVID, hopefully, a lot more of the classes are in person, which means you're going to be like in the uni a lot more, you're going to be seeing everyone. But don't be afraid to speak to people. Literally everyone is, when you first start uni, everyone's in the same boat as you, because everyone just wants to make a friend and get to know everyone. Like a course group chat or something, or keep in contact on that. Keep in contact with your lecturers, so like office hours and stuff, because having that consistent communication, that's what's going to help you build connections with people. But attend all your classes, like this way you'll like expose yourself to so many more people, you'll meet so many more people, and your uni experience, like not just the social side but your education side, will like increase so much more, like it'll be so much better. Okay, social life. My biggest tip for having a social life at uni and studying at home is join societies. I kid you not, joining a society was the best decision I made at university, completely, because it takes away the stress of having to do your coursework. It's like all people who share common interests in you, and I kid you not, there's like 100 and something societies. There will be something for you, completely. Like there's beer drinking society, there's coffee tasting one, there's musical theatre, there's choir singing, there's all the sports societies, like literally like there's like lacrosse team, American football, there's so much available at like you will 100% meet people through societies, and then through societies you get social nights, and you get going out and club nights, and you get parties, and you get events fairs, and all this sort of things that you will then meet loads and loads and loads and loads of new people. Really make the most out of freshers. I was 17 when I started uni, so I had to think of other things I could do rather than going out drinking and going clubbing and stuff, because obviously I couldn't go, I was still 17, so I missed out on like the clubbing side of things. However, I did, like, they had like ghost tours and stuff on, I'm sure they had a societies fair, like they did so much. Fourth point, your work. You need to try and find a solid work-life balance. I guess that's all very specific to every person, like each person has their own balance that they know and they like and they will stick to. I will say, just make sure you use all the student, like everything that the university puts out for you, like the library and the Kilby and all this. They have nice seating areas, they've got all that sort of stuff, so make use of it. It's there for you to use. And I think as a student living from home, you appreciate all that sort of stuff a lot more. It helps create a split in my life. Home is where I rest, uni is where I go to work. Having the Kilby and the library and all those things available to you, that helps create that balance and split in your life. Job also works alongside uni well, whether that's a job you then find in Edinburgh, or if you're staying at home. I kept my job at home. Okay, so my battery just went flat. So I just had to go back and watch like the previous video to like find out where I stopped blabbing on at. So if it looks slightly different, that's why. Because my battery just died on me. Great. Okay, anyway, this is my notebook of things I want to cover. Carrying on. My last and final tip that I want to make is about the relationship that you'll create with the people who you're living at home with. So I stay at home with my parents, and the big thing for me was that, you know, I wanted to move out because I wanted, you know, the independent side of things. Like, I was an adult, I wanted to be able to make my own decisions and do my own things and have a bit more control. What I've learned is that I can still have all of that, but I'm just, you know, I'm just living at home. Like, it really, I sat down and spoke to them, and I said, like, you know, I'm going to be an adult, I want to be able to make my own decisions, like I don't have to ask permission to go out to the pub. It was a big sacrifice for me because it was something I always really wanted to do, like I always really wanted to move out, but I said I'm making this, I was so emotional, I was crying so much, I was like, I really want to move out, but you know, I can't. I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to have to, you know, suck it up, and I'm sure it'll be fine, and it has been fine. Like, just making sure you create that, you know, the boundaries and trust and respect and all that sort of stuff, and that's what will help make your living at home situation a little bit more positive. Plus, you always get a taxi home on a night out. I just ring up my dad at 4 in the morning and be like, hi dad. Okay, so I hope this video has been helpful, and I've managed to give tips to maybe some newcomer students, first year students, all the way to like third year students. I hope there's some tips for everyone in there for, you know, what it's like studying at home. I believe that you can still get the full uni experience without actually, you know, moving out. Keep in touch in all of our socials, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, like Snapchat. Keep in touch, keep an eye out for different things. See you in another video. Okay, bye!